Okay, hello everybody, this is Snowball giving you another Snowcast, and today we have a nice Terran versus Zerg on one of the GSL maps. So if you have not checked out the GSL, I suggest you do that. They are running into some new maps recently, and they're just kind of trying out these larger, more macro-oriented maps, because that's what people are very familiar with in Brood War. So they're going to do this in StarCraft 2 just to test it out, see how it is, because some people have complained about the Blizzard maps a little bit, about being too small, that kind of thing, and they're just opening up the map pool a little bit for the GSL. So we do have a new map, the Tal'Darim Altar. So we will have Sen up in the top right corner, which, if you don't know him, he is a very famous, probably one of the best, if not the best, Taiwanese StarCraft player in the world. He has been playing Zerg all throughout Brood War and in StarCraft 2, and right now he is playing a Terran vs Zerg against SoFtBalLRush. He's a member of Clan Rush from Taiwan, which is a very renowned clan, and this should be a really good game, guys. Sen is known for very unique tactics. He has not quite as crazy. If you've ever seen Root Cats play, Root Cats is known to have some of the craziest, zaniest builds I have ever seen from a Zerg player. Whereas Sen, he does stuff that people wouldn't normally think of. He works a lot more outside of the box. So in general, you won't see you'll see very solid play, but you won't see standardized play from what other people do. Sen has his very own unique play style, and it changes over time from game to game. So it's always a pleasure to watch Sen play, and I'm glad to see some replays coming up from him. And down here we've got SoFtBall is just doing he's got the barracks going down, he's got the refinery started, so it looks like a normal game's going on. The orbital command is going up. Sen has his natural expansion being taken, and he's building a spawning pool right now, so he went hatch first and then spawning pool. They'll both complete about the same time, and we will probably see either some Speelings or Roaches. Usually Speelings are played in a Terran vs Zerg, so we'll have to see how this goes. But right now, SoFtBall he's got a Marine. He's trying to decide what to do. It looks like he's waiting for a factory. He almost has the minerals and the gas. There he goes. Down goes the factory. So we are going to see a teching build from the Terran player. Now, what's interesting about this map is because of the size, you can get an expansion very easily. I mean, there are rocks right up there, and at the other expansions, but to get the natural is not that difficult. And look at the rush distance. You have to go all the way. I mean, just a straight path right there is that much, but if you look, the path you actually have to take, you actually have to go all the way around this way in order to get from one base to the other. So it's quite a large map. Another interesting thing is that the gold minerals have no Vespene geysers right next to them, which can be nice for a Zergling Zerg player, because the Zerglings require a lot of minerals, and you need the extra hatcheries for larva production anyway for more Zerglings. So that's really nice for Zergling production, or if you want to go a heavy Marine count or Hellion count as a Terran player. But I really think that the gold bases without gas tend to favor Zerg a little more in Zergling heavy builds. However, you can use mules on gold mineral patches, so it balances out in the end. And right now we've got 2 proxy starports going down. Now this is something that's very interesting, very unique tactic. The Art of Surprise is a very prominent thing that goes on during StarCraft 2. So if you can surprise them, kind of like in poker, you don't want them to know exactly what your hand is like. Right here, he's hiding what his hand is. He's got his 2 starports down right there. He's going to be popping out two starports of Banshees, and he's trying to catch Sen off guard. If you look, Sen right now, he just has 2 queens, and that's it for anti-air. So it could be really, really powerful, these 2 Banshees, because Sen doesn't suspect a thing if we even go to his camera. Oh, he did scout one of the starports being made, so he does know that something's down there, and he will end up scouting that later. Probably, hopefully, he'll notice that he saw it on his mini-map. But if he didn't, oh, and we got SoFtBalLRush bragging a little bit because he tried to take out the creep tumor as a spread, but then Sen actually canceled it, so he still has it. There we go. We got some Zerglings taking out the soft contain on the Zerg player. So these Zerglings are now going to move out. I'm guessing they're going to go right down here to where the starports are, because he knows they're there. So here he goes. He's going down. He's going to go try and take out these. Will the Banshees get out in time before? I don't know. So we'll see. It looks like we've got 6 Zerglings nibbling on it. Oh, the rest are coming into play. Oh, it looks like the Banshees may be able to get out. Oh, here comes some more Zerglings. And if the Banshees get out, that'll give a nice advantage to Softball, because the Zerg now has to plan for this. If the Banshees did not get out, the Zerg wouldn't even have to build these Spore Crawlers. See, he was waiting until the Banshees got out in order to build these Spore Crawlers. And they're talking some more to each other, I'm sure, about it. I don't read Taiwanese, so unfortunately I can't tell you what they're actually saying. And we've got a Spire going down for Sen. And the 2 Banshees are going to come in, and much to their dismay, there is a Spore Crawler. This is good thinking on Sen's part. He's also got an extra queen down here. If you see, he actually made a 3rd queen, which is a very nice strategy to do, and a 4th queen. For Zergs in general, if anyone watched Day 9's Fun Day Monday, this Monday, we saw he did an episode where you had to do constant queen production, and it was amazing the types of wins people could get with queen production. So it's just one of the things to think outside of the box, which I think Zerg is really struggling at right now. Most of the time, it just seems like in Zerg vs Terran, they'll go Mutalisk, Baneling, and Zergling, and that's about all. So all of this thinking outside of the box by players such as Sen and Cats are actually doing a really good job of bringing the game together and helping the Zerg realize that there's more than just one build or one strategy per game. And now we've got these Banshees. They're actually wreaking havoc. We've got 10 and 11 kills on them, so they've been doing some damage. I didn't exactly catch where, but they are going around. They're pretty much what they're doing right now is they're keeping the Zerg contained until the Zerg gets the Mutalisks out, because the Mutalisks will then give the map control to the Zerg, and then from there they can just expand as much as they want. You can see Terran has been going off of 1 base this entire time, built 2 more command centers, so he will be expanding out either here and here or here and here. But the problem with expanding up here is that, as you can see, the only way in is through here. So in order to defend it, you have to actually go all the way around this way, whereas it just makes more sense to take this one as a 3rd. And right up here, we've got more Zerglings being made. A Baneling Nest is going down, as well as an Infestor Pit, and attack and melee. So we could see with this Infestation Pit, we could see some Infestors. We could see a quick tech to Ultralisks or Broodlords if you wanted to go Broodlords as well. And judging by what the Terran player has, he has 1 Thor and some Marines, so he doesn't have much as far as the anti-air goes right now. If we look at the units, we've got 8 Mutalisks for Sen, with 4 more coming out. So this will force the Terran player into getting a lot more anti-air. As you can see, Sen's just poking around trying to see what's up. There are no missile turrets anywhere, so these Thors have to they have to stay in position. You have to keep this one right here and this one right here in order to stop the Mutalisks from just flying in the base and taking out, 20 SCVs before they leave. So we've got a 3rd base almost completed by the Zerg player. Sen losing a couple Mutalisks, just scouting around, seeing if he can poke in at the mineral line to no avail. And basically what's happening right now is he's just scouting with his Zerglings. Got his creep highway going on. This is what I was talking about with the queens. They're so powerful, and the creep spread lets them just go wherever they want. We've got the drones coming here. This could be really bad for Sen, but Softball doesn't notice the drones, and he will just take out a few drones down here and see if he can do any more damage. He can get out of here. Take out, where's he going to go? He's going to go into the main, try and get his queens. It looks like he's going to try and get his queens. But as you can see, the queens both have a lot of energy. So Sen could do a transfuse on one to keep it alive, or just bring it down to 17 hit points and then keep it alive that way. So that's what Sen decided to do. I would have liked to see a transfuse on there, but it's difficult to catch everything at every point in time, even for a professional player. There's so much going on in the game that you cannot catch everything at once unless you have been playing this game for years, which everybody knows this game hasn't been out that long, so it's not going to happen yet, but in the future games will just continue to get better and better. And here we got a hive going down, and 5 queens, 13 mulas, 18 zerglings versus 3 thors, 3 hellions, 2 banshees, 5 marines. So we're looking at adrenal glands being upgraded and the ground attacks 2 and ground armor 2 being upgraded as well. So what Sen did is he went fast hive for the adrenal glands because this will make his zerglings extremely efficient. The adrenal glands gives a nice 25% upgrade. I forget exactly what it is. It's either 20 or 25. 20%. Okay. It increases